there. This is gonna be a really like unscripted video of me just talking to the camera and saying hi to you, because I love talking to my subscribers because they are the best subscribers anywhere on YouTube. Today I'm doing a Q&A that I promised about 2 weeks ago. Before I went to VidCon, I wanted to do a Q&A so you guys didn't miss me, but I didn't get around to editing it and I didn't really like my responses, so today I'm going to be answering your questions again. So I asked you guys on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to send me questions and I will answer them. So I'm going to go on my Facebook and I'm going to answer your questions. Were you ever afraid of recovery? I know that a lot of people, when they first start recovery, they get really scared about what would life be like in recovery and what would they do without harmful coping skills. I think that a lot of people, they are scared of recovery. I think you're talking about self-harm, so I will kind of talk about my own self-harm recovery and how I felt about recovering. So self-harm is a really addictive, very unhealthy coping skill that you have become addicted to. Just like any addiction, it's hard to stop because you feel better after you do it. It doesn't solve your problems, it doesn't make things better in your life, but this is how you decided to cope and you became addicted to it. I know a lot of people don't want to recover because they feel like they can't recover. I'm letting you know I am 200 days self-harm free. I never thought I'd ever get here, but the more you go, the longer you go, the better it is and the easier it is to fight these urges. I know that if you haven't started recovery yet, every time you get angry, sad, depressed, whatever, you want to self-harm because you feel like that is what you deserve. You deserve this, or you want this to feel better. This is not good in the long run. I know recovery can be scary. I know that it can be something that you don't want to do because you are comfortable right now, but you're hurting. Wouldn't it be so much easier to not hurt anymore? If you are self-harming, I made a video called, I think it was like 50 reasons to recover from self-harm. It's a really good video. Please watch that video and get inspired and get motivated today. How do you know you reached the best point of recovery? I love you. I love you too. Recovery is different for everyone. Recovery for me and for a lot of people, it's a journey. It's a lifelong thing. For a lot of people, recovery means just coping with whatever is going on with them. Sometimes recovery means I'm gonna be happy and that's when I'm recovered. For me, happiness is not my goal, because no one can keep up happiness forever, and that is a very unhealthy expectation. For me, to function is recovery. I can function in everyday life. I can go outside. I can drive a car. I can go to school. I can get out of bed. I can eat food without feeling guilty. This is my recovery, is functioning, and I feel like a lot of people would agree with me. What are you planning to do with your psychology major? And what's your favorite emoji? My favorite emoji is this one. It's a funny thing. I always wanted to be a therapist. I am currently looking into school counseling. Being a school counselor, I think that would be really rewarding because I do want to work with children. I do want to work with adolescents. Either an MFT, a school counselor, or I might go into ABA, which is Applied Behavioral Analysis. You work with children with intellectual disabilities, autism, and things like that, which I find really interesting. What is your favorite thing to do when you're down? Watch TV, go out with friends, watch a movie, talk to you guys on Instagram. I love my Instagram family. Just do something that makes me happy. Basically what you're asking is, what is the best thing to do when journaling, and how do you get your thoughts down when you feel like journaling? So my best journaling tips basically are be somewhere quiet, be somewhere safe, be somewhere where people can't annoy you, and just write. Don't really think too much when you write, just write. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes you feel guilty for writing things down, but don't feel guilty because you're getting your emotions out in a really healthy way. Write down everything that you feel, every single thing that pops in your head, no matter if it goes between topics or whatever. And keep your diaries or your journal somewhere safe, your backpack, under your bed, in your drawer, in a flower plant, whatever you want to do, however you want to hide it if you feel uncomfortable. Going to my Instagram. What is your favorite book? I'm a really big Harry Potter fan. I always have been. I really like Perks of Being a Wallflower. I like any Elaine Hopkins books. That was kind of like my thing when I was in high school, was Elaine Hopkins books. Like Impulse, Crank, Burned is my favorite Elaine Hopkins book. I did not like a sequel to that. I didn't like it. I think it ruined Burned, because Burned was such a good book. If you have not read Burned by Elaine Hopkins, if you're a teenager or a young adult, please read that. It's really good. Is it bad to feel happy about recovery? Because after every step forward, I feel happy, but people say it's pathetic. There's no shame in recovery. And if someone is saying that you're pathetic for recovering and making yourself better and trying to better your life, get those people out of your life, because those people are horrible for you. And there's no shame in working on yourself. There's no shame in wanting a better life. And if someone is telling you that you're pathetic for wanting a better life, you better like push them out of your life right now and don't listen to them, because they're just gonna bring you down. Do you like to dance?
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Won't let your
I love to dance. Not a good dancer though.
head, let your head down.
Do you need to know a lot about mental health to start a mental health YouTube channel? When I started my channel, I only talked about things that I had experience with. I shared my own personal experiences with my audience, and I wanted people to feel like they're not alone. If you're wanting to start a mental health channel, just talk about your experiences, whatever they are. And that's a good place to start. And if you want to educate yourself, buy books, take some classes, and then educate your audience on the things you're learning, kind of like I am. How could I reward myself after 50 days clean of self-harm? Pat yourself on the back for being freaking amazing. Eat a cupcake. That's what I would do, is I would eat a cupcake, because you deserve all of the cupcakes. I'll eat a piece of cake for you too, because I'm 200 days and we can do it together, my angels. We can recover together. I'm planning to major in psychology next year in college. How do I not let my mental health interfere? This is something that I've learned through the past almost 5 years of studying psychology. When I first started, it was really overwhelming. My advice for you is you have to learn how to separate academics from personal stuff. If you ever want to become a therapist or counselor, you have to do that, because you have to work on yourself before you can help other people. My suggestion for you and what I did is I was in counseling throughout my psychology major stuff. I really don't have any tips for that, because I just did it myself. I made a whole video on this if you'd like to go check it out. It's right here. I made it a few weeks ago. What do you do when you don't get along with your therapist? Why aren't you getting along with your therapist? I don't know you. I don't know your therapist. If you don't connect with your therapist, it's okay to go therapy shopping. I went through a few therapists before I found the right one. If they place you with someone that you don't like, usually a clinic can like switch you, and just shop. It's like blind dating. You never know what you're gonna get, and not every therapist is the same. So if you've had a bad experience with one therapist, please don't generalize that therapist to all therapists, because they're all different. So if you're having just a bad time with one, or you're not connecting really well, just ask to be transferred, or just say, hey, it's not working out. It's not you, it's me. How can I get over the fear of wearing shorts in summer due to self-harm scars? I really want to wear shorts, but I fear that people will start asking me questions to point out scars on my thighs. What I did, and what worked for me, was baby steps. You don't have to wear shorts right off the bat. You don't have to push yourself right off the bat. It took me about 2 years to really feel comfortable in my body and with my scars. So my advice for you would be wear jeans, then wear capris, then wear shorts. Take baby steps and do what you are comfortable with. Maybe just wear shorts around your house, and then wear shorts in a more public place. Maybe going out for coffee, maybe going to see a friend, and then maybe wear shorts to the beach in a more public area. Take these baby steps, because this is the only way it's going to happen, is you exposing yourself and exposing yourself. Confidence is key. It takes a while, but just do whatever you're comfortable with and build and build to build upon it. Thank you guys so much for your questions. My YouTube family, if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below for future Q&A. And I will answer them. I love you guys. See you guys in another video. Bye guys.